Please remember that all the opinions in the show are those of the host and should only be taken as food for thought. We're in no way telling you to do anything. Everything is kept anonymous for the safety of the listeners and no information is shared to anyone else. If you are easily offended by people's opinions or views, then thank you for making it this far, but this is not the podcast for you, so see you later. And please enjoy the rest of the show. Hi, two men. I have to agree with you guys. The Eurovision film with Will Ferrell was absolute trash. Eurovision in general is trash, and I really struggle every year if it's on to figure out why it's so loved by people. In my eyes, it's a European X Factor, but most of the acts are terrible. I hate it because the world hates the UK.
It's very political.
Yeah,
It's
and
very political.
we've only got close the other year with what's his name, Sam Ryder, whatever his name is.
I think he won it, didn't he?
No, he lost it because it was during the Ukraine thing, and Ukraine won, didn't they?
Ah, right.
But yeah, they just hate us. It's just a complete. There's no point in it. And if you go on there as a UK artist, you've ruined your career. If you fail to win the Eurovision Song Contest, you basically fucked your career.
I think last year was the first year I watched it. I don't know why I watched it. It must have been a reason. I don't know. I just found that it's very nothingy.
Yeah.
Like there's not really any depth to any of the. They're not, in my eyes, they're not really real artists. They're like very X Factor-esque.
Yeah.
I agree with the lister.
For sure.
They're just like put together by Simon Cowell type people.
It's all lights and fire and fireworks and shit. You know what I mean?
And like the fucking Icelandic countries and the Slavic countries and that just try to do stuff to shock people instead of actually doing a decent song or whatever.
Ours was terrible last year though. It was like she just stood there.
Yeah, our act was shit. And then we had like there was like I don't know what country it was, but they like come out as gay Nazis or something. It was like weird as fuck.
Yeah, I remember that.
It was weird as fuck.
I always just wait till the next day and just watch them all on YouTube, and then if I don't like them, I can turn them off.
I think it's a very European thing. I don't think it's a very British thing at all. I think it's a very European thing. I think it's very dated. I think it's just become a whole political bullshit. I do agree.
Yep. He has a question though. He says, "I've been buying and selling old games for PlayStation, Nintendo, and other retro consoles. I built up a lot of inventory, and my new girlfriend is really angry with it. She says that the money I make from the side hustle doesn't work out for the amount of space it takes up in my apartment. It's a bit of an addiction. When I sell something, I buy another bulk load of stuff to sell. Am I being selfish because I don't want to stop what I do, even if it means ending this relationship?"
I think get yourself a storage unit, mate.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, because she's not saying stop the hustle. She's saying
it needs to be
you're becoming a hoarder, mate. Yeah. Like, that's what it sounds like. Like, if you ever watched Hoarding, they're like, oh, it's not safe. Like, there's a lot of clutter and dirt and that. And he's like, you just want me to throw it away. It's like, no, that's not what they're saying. That's what you're hearing.
Especially in this day and age, that's a very lucrative business, to be honest. Because
my brother has filled my mum's spare room with it.
Yeah.
With like old games and stuff. So yeah, it's not worth stopping it because there is money there. Yeah.
I think get a storage unit. I think look into them. They're not that expensive. They're surprisingly cheap. And
they are,
even if it's a temporary solution until you get the inventory down, until you can like get it down to enough where it's not causing a problem at home. I think that's your best option at the minute. You don't want to be moving house to accommodate fucking having a garage full of shit.
No. And it's not worth getting rid of a relationship for it because we just wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
I mean, you can make love to them, but I wouldn't advise it.
No, especially if it's fucking the old. Do you remember the old PlayStations where they have the flap down disc? top thing.
You're just like slamming your nuts into
Slamming
the
your
top of
nuts
it.
in the top of a PlayStation 1.
It's like slam it down, press the button, open it, slam, open, slam, open. Um, and
Rubbing
then you
your nuts
blow into
against a
the line.
Sega fucking game.
um, yeah, no, yeah. Like I said, she's not saying like with the email doesn't say that she's going telling you to stop it. She's telling you to clean the place up,
Yeah.
and that stuff is dusty and smelly. Some of it is like if you're buying it off like eBay and stuff like that. Like, Mum's ordered some stuff for my brother for Christmas, and it stinks of smoke.
Yeah, because these things were like most of the newer ones are 30 years old at
Yeah,
and then some of them are even older. They would be in houses that were smoked in all that time,
yeah, oh yeah,
um,
yeah,
back in the day, and then they would have been shoved in a loft
yeah,
up until now. So that would be, yeah, they'd stink of smoke and stuff like that.
yeah. So yeah, no, like I'm pretty sure I had a storage locker for a little while when Knobhead moved up here, and I don't think it was. I think it was like £6 a week, if
Yeah,
that.
it's really cheap. Yeah,
Yeah, it's like nothing, and you can go there anytime you want.
yeah, even
And
like
if
3 in the morning,
anything, just to go sit in between them all, and you know what I mean,
stiffing them.
busk in the glow.
Spyro
Um,
the Dragon.
but you could see it. You could see it. It's supping the bathwater of it. Um, you could see it as like the start of like a little shop or something if you want to look at it that way. Like your inventory, you going, you could call it whatever. Oh, I'm just going down to the shop. Make yourself feel a little bit bigger.
Yeah, and if this guy's anything like me, having a storage locker and moving it all would give me a way to organize it, which would be fun in my eyes to like have things categorized and shit like that. Do you know what I mean? I know
Yeah,
that sounds sad and old, but I would enjoy that side of it.
yeah. Because I imagine if like it's at home, you're just piling more stuff on top of the other stuff.
Yeah, it'll
You
be
like you
here,
bought
there,
a
and
load of
everywhere. There'll
bulk
be
more
bits
of
you
it.
forgot about.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So yeah, I would do that. Like I wouldn't give up a relationship for it because if you do eventually give it up or you decide you don't want to do it anymore, then you're on your own. Yeah,
Yeah, and is it that important?
yeah. I know you find it enjoyment, so it's more like a hobby that's bringing you extra cash.
Mm.
But I wouldn't throw away a relationship. You don't know what that relationship, unless she's like constantly nagging you, then maybe that's a red flag. But for her to want you to live in a semi tidy apartment or house, I think that's a bad
I
thing.
think that's fair enough. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I'm pretty bad for well everything, as you know. So Sabina puts up with a lot, but I'm becoming more of a human being when she's around. So, but who knows? I might my mum might have bought some stuff for me from my brother
yeah,
because he has all that stuff. But yeah, no, keep it up, man, and yeah, don't look at it as like I need to break up relationship. Just try and find that middle ground, right? That's the whole point in a relationship. We
yeah.
say
I think
before,
that's definitely what you need to do.
yeah,
If you can't afford a monthly payment for a storage unit, then only thing you can do is lower your inventory so it's manageable.
hmm
And then at least then she will see you've made an effort as well. But
yeah.
I think first port of call is get yourself a storage unit.
Yeah, because I'm sure like the sale of like one game or whatever would cover.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Because the fucking CEX sell PlayStation games for like £15-20.
yeah, exactly.
Sometimes I think what was it? It was like not a sealed, but a boxed Zelda for the N64 or something. It was like £150.
Which is insane.
Do you know if you've got a mint boxed Pokemon for like the Game Boy, they're worth over £200, like way over £200.
Yeah, I'm not surprised, man. And there will be ones of them.
Oh, I saw it. They had a few in the CX near me,
Yeah,
and I was like, "Who the fuck, as a kid, gets Pokemon?" Like, I remember tearing that box up when I got that, and it's going in the bin.
there'll be some people that were probably adults when they got it
Yeah, I suppose,
and
but
saved the box.
this looked like mint, like it was shiny, like it hadn't even fucking touched, like it'd been in a fucking. Some people, man. I don't know. But yeah, keep it up. We'll have a bit of old computer games.